Yo, what's good, people?
What's going on?
It's good, YouTube.
Come on.
Yo, we just want to come on here and, just flow with you guys and talk about some things that we really talk about almost in our regular conversations. We talk a lot about deep things, deep conversations. I know it's during the day while we're filming this, but those late night conversations hit different. But we can have late night conversations during the day. That's just how we are.
You just need to be flowing,
So
no boundaries.
Nonetheless, I forgot to introduce him. This is my brother Arnold. He's also my coach, AMSC Performance.
You get me direct in the building.
Yeah. You see my transformation, yeah? It's this guy.
Nah, it was all this guy.
Nah, you get me. I had to truly understand that the value he was giving me in my training, in my nutrition, the mindset I had wasn't accepting and receiving everything until a significant turning point as pain.
Oh boy, stay tuned to find out what it was.
Hey, you see the thing about life, yeah. I've been talking to him about pain, and pain, to me, I understood pain is the greatest teacher that turns a boy into a man.
Yes, sir.
For me, the whole 2023, if you didn't know, by the way, I wrote a book, and I forgot to introduce myself, but this is my channel, you know who it is. It's Muli, your boy Muli JR.
Yes, sir,
and I actually really, I haven't told this story to many people. Like, this story is very personal to me, and it touches deep. You get me? This year has been 2023 rather, because we're in 2024 now. First, before I even get into the story, man, what do you have on? What's your mindset concerning 2024, brother?
Bro, this year just feels like a year of blessings. I don't know what it is, but 2023 just felt like there was so much that went wrong. And I realized because my perspective was in the wrong space, Something we were talking about earlier. A lot of us impose the promises that God has put for us out there, More times...
Say that again.
Yeah, let me read
They didn't
that
really
out.
deep that. They didn't deep that.
A lot of us impose the promises we want God to have for us. Meaning, whenever we approach God in prayer, asking, I'd like this, or this is what I want to achieve for myself, instead of shifting that question to what do you have in store for me? What is it that you want me to accomplish through your grace, through your will, and what is the best path that I can follow to get to that? I feel like when you start shifting that mindset towards that, a lot of strife and anxiety that you have just tends to go away naturally.
Falls off.
Because now you're walking in alignment with what God has in plan for you, not what you have in plan for yourself.
Yeah.
So man, just take it easy. This year is gonna be full of greatness.
That's deep.
Watch and see.
Let me say something. You see, the thing about 2024, it's the year of favor with man. If you have understood something, so you understand something about me, I believe I have favor with God. But there's another dimension that any person in this life needs is man. In this life, it's impossible to receive anything from God without a man. You get what I'm saying? God will send a man. God will send a man to you to take your life to the next level. It's rare that He's gonna send an angel. And some angels come in the form as men.
That's true.
Because in certain situations, let me just think about it. My injury, I didn't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
I didn't know, 2023 from January I came, I was, brother.
This guy could not bend his knees,
I was in critical condition.
I think people don't understand the journey that we went to get you from where you are to where you are now.
Yeah.
There were so many obstacles, bro.
Crazy.
Like, imagine having to lose weight without the ability to run. You couldn't squat. You couldn't do basically anything.
Couldn't launch nothing, bro. Crazy.
First session in the gym, we had this guy come. So first day in the gym, I remember I met this guy. He was playing ball at Tough. And I was like, damn, this guy is kind of nice. Yeah, we over there with some other guys that I trained.
Kind of nice.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. I'll never glaze.
Say no more.
Anyway, he approached me about coming to the gym. I was like, yeah, pull up, let's see what you have. So in my mind, mentally, I already know this is probably a pretty good player. He can probably, do things at a high level. So we're starting off the session. I already have whatever we're about to do written down. First exercise, I told bro, this is what we're about to do. Bro does something out of this world. I'm like,
crazy.
So I'm like, let me give him another chance. Maybe that exercise just wasn't for you. Basic ass exercise, skater hops. this guy is doing something. Even your grandmother, I promise you, she probably could have done it better. I'm not even stretching, bro. I'm not even stretching.
He's mocking it. Nah. He's actually mocking
this guy. Moral of the story: this guy could not do basic exercises without any knee pain. And I was like, okay. Instead of me getting frustrated, thinking that I thought I was gonna start working with a guy who has a lot of potential. He does have potential. It's just that it's hidden behind a lot of obstacles. And I think the moral of the story is he didn't give up. I was quite frank with him. I didn't hide it. I told him, you're not where I thought you are, but it's fine. Let's lock in for this amount of time. Let's get this work done. Yeah. And not to say that it got any easier. There are a lot of pain points and frustrations along the way of where I thought he would progress, and for your own self. Yeah. But I think the thing that really impressed me is that regardless of all the hard times we went through, he kept showing up. Yeah. I mean, even at 20%, you still come through. 150%.
The days we were down bad. Dog.
There was a day this guy, I literally almost had to kick him out of the gym. Bro was doing push-ups like 1,000 of them. I'm like, hey, can you do and go home?
Crazy. Yeah, once we switched on, man, like I feel like with the journey we had, like from we started with in January, and it's only until around August, September is when we started seeing progress.
Some real progress.
Yeah, it was dog work for 7 months of the year. Dog work, like just.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. There are times you'd come from like, damn, this guy is still this locked in. Me personally, even though I knew exactly what was going on, I'm not gonna lie. Even me, I'd have lost my way.
Yeah. So it's a bit mad, but I feel like looking back in hindsight, with the pain that I experienced this year, obviously the pain of not being able to play, actual pain from my knees, the pain from, seeing people that I looked up to miss it, the pain of heartbreak, you get me? So all of that pain, it got to a point where within my journey, I was looking for ways to cope with the pain, and one of that was just wilding out. I just wanted to break hearts. You get me? And not like break hearts, but I just didn't care anymore. But what I looked back when I did make a mistake that truly it was the most significant turning point I've faced this far in my life, and it was when this person I was talking to at this time, and we it's one of those things when you meet someone you feel like you've known them for years. It was that type of connection. Yeah. And so things were flying, emotions at that time. My emotions were all over the place. I actually, at that point, you guys know my faith is a huge part in who I am as a person. You know that, bro. Yeah. And so for me, it's like at that point from May to like August, September, my heart was in shambles. I didn't want to hear nothing to do with God and faith, whatever. I just wanted to wild out, genuinely. I'd never reached that low in my life before. And so I met this girl, and this girl actually was like, she proper re-inspired me to get back into my faith, get back into my relationship with God, start deeping things that, like Muli, I had a whole teaching group that I was doing. You were part of it, giving consistent messages every week. That takes a toll on you, like people just see the messages and they don't understand the amount of things I have to consecrate myself from just to be in tune with my spirit to be able to send a message that will hopefully just give one person a different perspective of life and how that they can move in their own relationship with God in their life. And so for me, when I met her, she kind of was like, raw man, this is a reminder, stop running away from your purpose, bro. From early this whole year from May to August running away. They want nothing to do with it. It's contemplating deleting the group so many times, And I've told you this coming to the gym where I'm just like, bro, today is difficult, man. But hey, just one step at a time. And so looking back, things got deeper, things got serious. Didn't know how to control my emotions. My emotional state was very all over the place. And so with her, she felt like an scapegoat to a world I wanted to live in, but I couldn't at that time. And so
felt like Nirvana.
Yeah, it did, just definitely. And so we were flying. I got to a point where things were serious. I owed her my loyalty. She was kind of like my girl, but we didn't officially make her my girlfriend and whatever. And that's a big step for me, And so one night, one event I'd gone for, ended up drinking a lot, kissed this girl, boom, wondering what have I done.
Other girl.
Kissed this other girl, yeah. So this girl was in UK at the time, and so then I kissed this girl, and I'm like, yo, what have I done? And I forgot I had loyalties to someone that I loved at the point. And for me, it's like that's such a thing that's out of my character, bro. Like I consider myself someone very loyal to the bone. When I commit to something, I'm committed all the way. But with that situation, it taught me so much about myself. I'm not trying to make that. She didn't deserve what I did to her, obviously.
True.
But the things that I did experience after that heartbreak was, we just keep it rolling.
Mm-hmm.
The things that I experienced after the heartbreak was like, firstly, I realized, why am I not where I want to be? The goals that we set earlier in the year, fitness goals to be by 75 kgs in October. I remember writing all those things down, those smart goals, exactly, performance goals. Like, why am I not where I'm supposed to be? And I realized all of that was my mind. And I was living in a place of, this pain was consuming me from within. And I had kept on running away from the world within. And trying to just find solace in people that I'm around, feed off energy that people are giving me the good energy. And so I realized all that is vanity, and I can't genuinely continue this way. So once I told her that and told her, the situation and how it happened, everything ended. And that was like, to me, it was just like, wow, why would I allow myself to be someone that inflicts pain to someone that I love? And
that's not your character.
It's not my character. And then I had to have some deep soul searching, man. Like, honestly, went down a path of, my whole identity being in check. How am I trying to be a teacher of people? That group had 70 plus people. Yeah. 70 plus people. I'm trying to inspire them to be better humans. And me, I'm here. I'm facing my own battles and I'm losing. So it was all a reality check, and I had to, definitely raise the standard of how I carry myself as a man. And so that pain taught me a lot. It taught me, firstly, Muli, you're still a boy, and the man that you envision in your mind that you are and the man that you currently are different people.
True.
But the certain principles, obviously I talk about them in my book, that brought me closer. They bridged the distance closer from me becoming that man to the man that I am now. And so those principles, generally, I think my last 4 years of my life, I've learned so much. But it's difficult to learn, and when you're in a consuming based mindset, to completely take time to apply the things you're learning, And we live in a consuming based generation.
True. 90% of us are actually consumers instead of creators, bro.
Crazy. Facts.
Crazy statistics.
And we're addicted to it. Literally, bro, do you know what? Even when someone's watching a movie, they're on their phone, they're on their laptop. They can't just be focused on one specific thing, task. And now our what is it? Dopamine spikes have gone all the way up. Yeah. We have horrible attention spans. My God. It's only 5 seconds.
People these days without them using their phone.
It's crazy. Even I've seen in the gym when you're giving us talks, bro, man, them are zoned out.
Don't even get me started on that.
It's crazy. Let's not go there.
Dropping gems,
Let's not go there, bro. And so it's a shame to see the state our generation is in and how much we're consuming. And when I took that step back after I made that mistake to observe myself, firstly I took a fast from social media, 2 months off. You know me, I went off the grid. And during that 2 months period, I had committed myself to a challenge and challenged myself to firstly work out every day. There's certain non-negotiables I had. And when I did those non-negotiables, I started seeing growth like crazy. Firstly, after the first month and a half, I kept on hearing in my spirit. I even told my cousin, yo, I feel like I should write a book. And we were at my house and in Karen. And I was just like, bro, I was thinking the same thing. And I was just like, he's just picking up my frequency, Yeah. But we established that day, we had zero experience to life. But I was like, you know what? I actually challenged that thought when I got back home. I said, why not just write a book? Mm-hmm. There's a lot I actually know.
You have to lose.
Exactly. The things about talking about fear, facing doubt. Yeah. Stay tuned. There's a lot of deep things that are written in that book. And so this transformation is like one of those things where like so much can change in just 2 months. And get locked in with your own grind. Realize that, you're not here forever. You just have to lock down and pursue the goals that you want to achieve.
We should actually speak more on what it means to lock into your goals. Because I feel like right now there's this big wave going on around hustle culture.
Yeah.
Everyone has this idea of, I need to take 3 months off of doing my own thing. I want to completely isolate. just focus on doing it, which is all good.
Yeah.
But let's not forget that, you know, humans are social beings.
Facts.
We feed off each other's energy. We learn a lot from each other.
Yeah.
So anytime you put yourself in this castle where you're completely isolated, there's no interaction with the outside world.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get disassociated instead of disconnected.
Facts.
You know?
That's deep.
Yeah.
And truly, God didn't make man to be alone.
Yes,
and for me, with that 2-month period where I was off the grid, I wasn't off the grid from, you know, I was talking to you, I was linking you,
Yes, with
but
your social circle.
I was still with the people that I know would actually help benefit me.
Yeah.
I wasn't with those people, you know, those friends you claim are friends.
I
You
see
get that.
that's disconnecting.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people out there who would disassociate from
Yeah,
reality.
it's true. And for me, I was so locked in with podcast teachings, and then it got to a point where now I said, okay, let me actually be in sync with the world within me. Let me take time to meditate deeply, like, you know, no, not just your 10-minute meditation where in that period of meditating your mind is just like
Open up.
all over
You
the
get
place.
connected, you know.
Yeah.
One thing about meditation at its root level is connecting your soul, spirit, and your body.
Yeah.
Once all those three things are in line, I feel like that's when you truly start to understand your inner nature.
Yeah, and let me even tell you this, bro. Just to go deeper, like, people don't understand when it comes to meditation, it's not about just self. It's about connecting to the divine source of being. When I meditate, every single time I meditate, I leave with something. I leave with an insight. I leave with inspiration. I don't waste my meditations. Obviously, it took time to get to the point of me
Being able to
being
hear
so in sync with myself.
Yeah.
That took time. Like, I had to definitely set, like, let me start small. Let me start 20 minutes. Be still. First, you know how hard it is for some people to just be
even
still
5 minutes
without their phone.
Bro.
But let's not bash anyone. You know, everyone. I was there. I started off slowly, very slow, and I built myself where now I can meditate for 2 hours and I'm not moving. And I'm just in sync. I'm not
2 hours.
2 hours, and I'm just in sync with
I didn't know I was
myself.
sitting next to a monk.
No, bro. You see, the thing is,
That's long,
to write a
actually.
book, it's not easy. People think writing a book is like it's just writing. Now you have to be so sensitive, and in that period, people don't know. In that period, I didn't want to hear anyone speaking to me. Like, I was just listening and listening and listening and listening. Exactly, because I'm like, for me to write something that's timeless, I have to really be in sync with the eternal treasures within. That's why the book is called Unlocking the Eternal Treasures Within. Because there's treasures everyone is carrying. We have gifts, we have blessings that God has given us, but your future is within you. It's not out there. You need to pull it from within. So those are the things that I had to learn in this 2023, man. Such a transformative year for both of us. So
Say that again.
So yeah, this is kind of my story linked to the AMSC Performance, Arnold.
Sir.
I have too much love for this guy, and definitely we're gonna have another video. Definitely more videos on the way.
Gym behind the scenes coming up soon.
Facts. Stay tuned there. But yeah, man. Anything else you have to say?
I mean, I think pretty much we've talked about what needs to be discussed. Your transformation journey, that was something.
Yeah.
I think the moral of the story there is just trusting in 1% better daily.
Yeah.
You know, not trying to chew too much than what you can currently manage. But I think what we need to hear about more is, one, the soul searching you mentioned earlier, and two, just insights on how, like, you know, the practical side of things, like how do you start a meditative journey, understanding your inner nature. You know, I feel like that's something we all here we need to do, but we don't know how to approach it. Yeah, so that
You're teasing them, man.
just a light teaser.
Say no more. Hey, stay tuned, man. That's been Arnold and Mully. Thank you guys for watching, if you've watched this far. And yeah, stay tuned for more love and guidance. Peace.
Stay tuned.
Yes, sir.